Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my January TBR. I know it's a little late. I just been busy with the holiday season, and honestly, I've been enjoying my break and trying not to make myself stress or worry about things that I don't need to, because I'll be doing plenty of that very soon when I go back to school. But I wanted to make sure I got this up still pretty early on in January, so that is what I have for you guys today. I was going back and forth between how I wanted to pick my TBR this month, and I decided that we're just going to stick with the good old TBR jar prompts since I'm home this month and I can do that. But, you know, February, March, April, May, well, I could maybe do May, but definitely February, March, and April I won't be able to because I'll be at school and I'll just have less options. So usually I just kind of pick for that. So I wanted to be able to do something a little bit special that's not literally just picking a book off the shelf and being like, I'm gonna read this one this month. So I only have maybe like 10 to 12 prompts left in here. So we're definitely getting down to a low amount, and I don't know if I'll write down new prompts and put them in here at the end or what exactly I want to do. But I feel like the TBR prompt jars are fun because it's a better way to kind of still just kind of pick books off of your shelves, but it does kind of lead you a little bit, so you're not just totally like sometimes when I look at this shelf, for example, because I have a lot of unread books on here, I just like look at it, especially like the last 3 shelves, and I'm like, and like have no idea what to read. So I feel like these can definitely help me with that. But yeah, that's what today's video is, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Okay, so our first prompt is a book with you in the title. Okay, so a lot of my unread books are here and then on my fantasy shelf. So I think I'm gonna look mostly there. There's a few on the shelf over there and a few over here. Oh, Make You Mine. I could do that. It's a new book I got for Christmas. Okay, so it looks like for this shelf, the ones that I've read, the ones that I haven't read, Make You Mine is the only one. I don't think I have any fantasies either. Okay, I'm gonna go check my shelf over there real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so it looked like Make You Mine kind of was the only one that I had. I'm still just not seeing any. I feel like maybe I'm missing an obvious one, but I've looked and none of them jumped out to me that had you on it that I haven't read yet. So I guess this is my only option, but it's okay. I got this for Christmas. I did want to read this. I know that it was one of the books that I saw on Amazon when I was looking and putting books on my Christmas list. Sorry. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of this, but it seems cool. Let's put it on, see if I get it. And I did. So I definitely don't think this is a bad one. It's also a bit of a shorter book, so I think that's nice because sometimes I put little lengthy books on my TBR, and so having a nice short one is always nice to have. So, okay, on to our second prompt. Oh, one fell out. Oops. Oh, if I could open it, that would be great. Flowers on the cover. Oh, ironic. Make You Mine has flowers on the cover. Okay. Well, this one has flowers. Does Magnolia have flowers? No. Oh, darn. I really want to read that before I go, so if it doesn't get on my TBR, I still might read it. Okay, well, the wallflower is an option, and then I don't know if I have any books over there that have flowers on the cover. I don't think I do. Sorry, I just realized I'm at a camera frame there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the wallflower because I can't think, I don't remember any of my fantasy books that I have to read having flowers on the cover. But this one has a lot of flowers, so I feel like it's perfect, and it's literally called The Wallflower, so I feel like it's fitting. Oh, that's so funny. The authors of the first 2 books have the same last name. I have not read a book by this author before, nor do I really know a whole lot about this book because I got this in my probably smut book box probably about 5 or 6 months ago. It was one of the first few that I got, and I just haven't picked it up yet because it's quite lengthy, and look at the font. It's quite small, so I've been a little intimidated by it. But I am very curious because I heard great things about it, like through like comments when like this book was announced, and people were like, oh my god, like love that book and things like that. So I'm definitely curious. I really only know this is like a quote on the back. That's really all I know about it. So I'm excited. I think actually the book art that I have, it's like a little card, and it's like a guy and stuff, and it says lift your hips. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a smutty like character art thing. I think that was from this book. So I'm definitely curious because this doesn't look like a smutty book on the outside, but I feel like it's one of those that's gonna trick you. So I am very excited about that. So I'm actually okay with that being the pick. I'm just surprised with how many books I have that I couldn't like think of more books that I haven't read that have flowers on the covers. I feel like that's like a really popular thing to have on book covers, but I don't know. All right, and our third prompt is going to be, this looks like a long one. A book that one of your favorite booktubers loves. Well, that's kind of difficult as I probably have read a lot of them. Oh, wait, Slay. Slay. I have almost every booktuber I watch has read this series and loved this series and these books, so that I'm gonna go with Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. It's the last one. I need to read it before I go back to school, so she was probably gonna get read either way, so this is kind of a way to cheat. But I mean, there's literally like every book in this room. The reason I have it is because I saw someone recommend it, and a lot of them are because of my favorite booktubers, so I think it's a safe pick. I think it's a great pick. But I definitely think I need a shorter book for the next one because, oh my goodness, the Magnolia Park book's a bit big. But they're also like really easy to get through because of all the drama. You're just constantly like flipping through the pages, so I don't know. We'll see. But we have our fourth prompt, which is going to be a book with the in the title. Okay, that can't be hard. I swear every book has the in the title or something. Like this, I have to have more options for this. If I don't, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm going away. Like, okay. So we have The Last Letter, which a bunch of people on TikTok were screaming at me to read, so maybe. The Things We Leave Unfinished, also by Rebecca Yarros. The Love Wager. The Girl He Used to Know, which this one's actually set at the school I go to, so that's kind of a slay. The Hawthorne Legacy, that's the second book in the Inheritance Game series. I have not continued that series in a while. The Handmaid's Tale, The Housemaid. I think I've read most of the books on this shelf. Really the only ones I need to read are Penelope Douglas books because I read the first two in this series and haven't finished the last big two and then the novellas, and then I need to read Five Brothers. But I've read the rest of these. Sorry if you see me at weird angles, I'm just looking at my shelves trying to figure out. Oh, I could do The Best Kind of Forever. Celeste Briars. Okay. I have some options. I'm gonna look around. It may come down to which one's the shortest. Or maybe not. I also could decide to be like, you know what, no, I want to read this book and who cares how long it is. So I'll be right back with the fourth book. Okay, so I decided on The Archer's Amulet. So this is a romantasy from what I've gathered. I actually just bought this today from Barnes & Noble. I was there and I was just looking around and one of the workers came up to me asking like what type of books I usually read, and I said I read usually romance or romantasies. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. I am so burpy today and I do not know why. I don't drink like soda, so it's not even like it could have been that. Like, oh, I'm sorry. But anyways, they recommended this book because they were like, oh, it's really good, and apparently the author is kind of local to where I am and where my Barnes is. And so I guess she had actually done a signing there, and so they had some signed books, so it's actually a signed copy, which is always super fun. But he described it as basically like ACOTAR, but in reverse, like it's a fae going into a human world, and stuff like that. So I haven't read the back. I don't know much about it. But it's very short, which was one of his big sellers when he was telling me about it. He's like, if you don't like it, it's not like you've put, 700 pages of effort into it, which I think is so true. I hate. I love fantasy books, but sometimes I hate how long they are. Like, I would rather almost have many more books to buy and them be shorter, because it makes me feel like I've accomplished more by them being shorter. But yeah, I thought what he said was interesting, sounded like an interesting book, and always want to support my local authors. So I thought that I would get it and try it out. So I guess I'm going to try it out in January, hopefully, because it's super short. I feel like there's no reason why I shouldn't get to this. But yeah. Okay, and our last prompt for our January TBR is, if I can open it, which seems to be the struggle in this whole thing, a thriller. Oh no. Oh, this is the type of book I don't read a lot of, but I mean, I know which one I'm gonna do because it's the only thriller I really have. And that's The Housemaid. I have this one, and then I have The Housemaid Secret and The Housemaid is Watching, because they were my mom's, but then they came out in hardcover and she prefers hardcover over paperback, so she gave me her paperback versions. But I rarely read thrillers, not because I don't like the thriller genre. Like, I watch thrillers a lot, and like when my mom will read them, I'll have her like keep me updated on what's going on, because I find them interesting in the idea, but sometimes I get bored when I'm reading them, and I don't know why. Like, hearing my mom describe it and like even like reading like the back of it, like I'm like, ooh yeah, that sounds good, but then for some reason when I'm reading it, I'm like, yeah, not always, but sometimes. So they're always kind of a hit or miss for me. So I'm a little nervous, but I have been wanting to read The Housemaid because I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I feel like it should be a hit. But I'm a little nervous now, but that's okay. It's definitely an interesting mix we have going on here. We have thriller, we have fantasy, we have what I think will probably be more of like a cute emotional romance, what I think is a dark romance, and then like a dramatic romance. So we definitely got a lot of mixture going on here for my January TBR. So I'll just go over them again so that we are clear on what it is. So we have Make You Mine, which I think, not sure, but I think is going to be like the cutesy, more emotional romance. Not necessarily saying like childish, just like I think it'll be less like a dark romance and stuff like that. And then we have the Wallflower, which I do think is a dark romance, just based on the like stickers and character art that came with it, but I'm not 100% sure. It could have just been like, I don't know. I think that is, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't take my word on that. And then we have Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, because I need to finish this like yesterday. So she's a thickie, but she's gonna be a goodie. I can feel it. And then we have The Archer's Amulet, which is the first book in this series. It's the Lumen Legacy series. I don't know how many books are out in this. I don't know if they're all out. I don't know if they're still coming out. I have no idea. He told me this was the first one. So, which now all of a sudden I'm like, I didn't even check. I probably should have checked. Oh, love how it doesn't tell me. Does it tell me in the back? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to have to Google this and make sure that that's the first one, but I'm pretty sure. And if it's not, then I will put the first one on my TBR. And then we also have The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So those are the 5 books I have in my TBR. I will also be reading Iron Flame this month because I didn't get to it in December, and I will be reading it before Onyx Storm just to refresh my memory, even though I literally, like, I know what happens. I don't need a refresher, but I'm doing it anyways because I want to. I did Fourth Wing in November, so I'm doing Iron Flame right now, and then once I'm finished with that, I'll start my TBR. I didn't put Onyx Storm on the TBR because I feel like I'll read it right away, but I know myself, and sometimes I get a little nervous to read a book the second it comes out, because like sometimes I like to like let myself take a moment and like simmer with it. So hopefully I read it right when it comes out, but we'll see. Also, my copy will be delivered here, not my apartment, but I'll already be back at my apartment when it releases. So I might have to read it on Kindle, which means I think I'll have to buy it, which really sucks because I don't want to. But I know that they have these Target special editions that you have to like just go in and buy. And I think I want that, so I think I might try to get one at Target that day. And then if I can, then I don't have to pay for it on Kindle. So I don't know. Probably either pay for it on Kindle or get the Target version. Either way, I'll have to pay to get a copy. But we'll see. But yeah. Alright guys, that was my video for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you did, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will hopefully have another video coming to you guys very soon. But yeah, that was what was today's video. I hope you all having an amazing day, and if you guys started school back up, hope that's going well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!